Good evening. I'm student meteorologist Brantley Kike.
And I'm student meteorologist Sammy Squires. Well, it's been quite a warm day here in Tallahassee, quite above average as
Yeah,
well.
it was very warm today, above our seasonal normal, and it's really beautiful too. A lot of sunshine today. We had a few clouds earlier this week, and it was really muggy, but things have kind of dried out, and we're looking at things being a lot nicer today, and that's going to continue for the next couple of days too.
So, yeah, I know we had the President's Social outside today with ice cream. I mean, it was a beautiful day to get outdoors and get those sweet treats. Definitely
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff there. They had ice cream and popcorn. A lot of the administration was out there on Landis Green today handing that out, including President Thrasher. So a lot of students and faculty and staff getting to interact with him. He does this every year. It's a really big event out there, and I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. It was a perfect day for it.
So we have to come a few more days of dryness, but after that we are expecting to get some rain.
Yeah, absolutely. We're supposed to get this nice stretch of weather for just a few more days, and then we are looking at Sunday being a stormy day for us, so we could potentially be seeing some severe thunderstorms on Sunday. We have more on that setup coming up later on the show and the timing for that, and also we're going to talk about just about how above normal the temperatures are going to be.
Lots of fun stuff to talk about on today's show, including a black hole.
Yeah, that's right. We have information about a black hole that's been photographed for the first time. We're going to show you that picture coming up later on, but for now we're going to take things out to the wall for a look at traffic with Chris.
Thank you, Brantley. Currently, right now at traffic, it's looking like pretty smooth sailing on the way home. There's a little bit of traffic going on at Brevard and Tennessee Street. And right now, currently 85 degrees, a very warm day today going on, as I'm sure you're well aware. Definitely, this is what the temperature you want to wear shorts at. Right now, weather pattern, so we have pretty cool looking low pressure system over here. This cold front over here, you may think is going to be moving in earlier or like fairly soon in the next few days. It's actually going to stall out over Texas, and it's not going to start heading on over to us until Sunday. And these showers over here are not going to reach us for that same reason. Moving on to tonight in Tallahassee, 62 degrees. Definitely nice weather if you wanted to go for an evening run at. Mostly clear skies, winds coming out of the northeast at 5 miles an hour. Going on to tomorrow, another warm day, 84 degrees, mostly sunny. If you're by the coast, it's going to cool off to more of 80 degrees. Still very warm. Our weekend preview, the warm temperatures, Friday, Saturday, 82, 83, and storms on Sunday. Still warm with 80 degrees. Coming up, sunny skies for now. It's going to stay warm. It's going to stay warm for most of the week until Sunday. And again, thunderstorm Sunday. So if you want to have fun activities, say go to the beach or whatnot, and if you want to get your outdoor activities done before Sunday, and I mean, I'm not for procrastinating, but Sunday is definitely the day you want to save some of that homework for. And now I'm gonna pass things off to Sammy real fast.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. So taking a look at our local, I mean, it is gorgeous outside. The sun is shining. We are still at a nice 85 degrees. Well, actually, I don't know if everyone thinks 85 degrees is actually nice because it's feeling very hot outside. Across the whole Big Bend, though, you can see Tallahassee is still at that 85-degree mark, but down by the coast, they are a little bit cooler. Looking at Carabel at 74 degrees, Apalachicola at 73 degrees. Further in Georgia, or in southern Georgia, you can see Valdosta is at 80 degrees, Thomasville is at 82 degrees. So you kind of see that range of temperature at the coast being a little bit cooler than here in Tallahassee. Now, around town, you can see Midtown is 84 degrees. Looking at the airport, 85 degrees right now. So it is still very warm across Tallahassee. But what we want to look at right now is these dew points. Now, we are primarily in that comfortable setting, getting close to that uncomfortable setting now. So with these temperatures reaching closer to the temperature, starting to be near the 70s, that's when you could start to feel it very humid outside. Now, near the coast, where that darker green is, they are feeling more of those sticky conditions near the water, and that's due to sea breeze that is starting to play effect into our area. Now, we're seeing the winds coming from the northeast right now, just some light winds cooling us off a little bit though. Monticello 7 miles per hour, St. Mark's 6 miles per hour. Looking at the big picture though, you could see this giant cyclogenesis front here, and you would think that that would start to move its way towards us, but we're not really going to see much rain due to that front. We're actually expecting a front to develop kind of with it though. For now though, we'll keep an eye on what this guy is actually doing. Here in Tallahassee though, we're just seeing a little bit of rain on our map right now. I mean, some of that could even be some bugs showing up on the map because we're not seeing much rain throughout our radar right now. Just some cloud coverage passing through. Now, looking at our forecast model, we are expecting some clouds to make its way through, giving us a nice Thursday morning. But by Friday, we are going to cloud over before the nighttime, and that's where we can see it will start to clear up. Tonight in Tallahassee, 62 degrees, calm and mostly clear outside. And for your Thursday planner, warming up from 63 degrees to about 83 degrees, and by 8 p.m., we're expecting to start to cool back down into the 70s. But now Brantley is going to give us a look at the southeast.
All right, thanks, Sammy. Looking at a beautiful week ahead there. Temperature is going to stay in the 80s, well above normal, so we're going to definitely enjoy that outside. Taking a look at our influenza index, it sounds scary. It's just the flu forecast right now. This is reports from the Center for Disease Control. We're now seeing sporadic activity for most of the Gulf Coast states except for Mississippi and Alabama, and that is down from what we saw earlier this month when we had widespread across the entire southeast. So good news there as the flu is becoming a little bit less widespread. Current temperatures sitting in the mid-80s across most of the southeast right now, into the 70s for parts of the Carolinas, especially along the coast. Tampa down to 78 degrees as well right now. We're going to see temperatures continue to cool off as we go into the night, but dew points are going to stay relatively high right now. We're going to see dew points in the 50s and 60s, so we are in that uncomfortable range, but if you are a little bit farther north and away from the coast for places in Tennessee and North Carolina, we'll be in the 30s and 40s, so much drier air there, a little bit more comfortable for you as well. The wind speed and direction, we're seeing a low pressure system off the coast that's helping bring in northeasterly winds for most of the southeast right now, except for along the immediate Gulf Coast region. That's where we see some sea breeze activity right now, so onshore winds there, but that's just along the immediate coastline, not farther inland. Our satellite and radar shows that low pressure system moving offshore, and then after it's out of the picture, we're going to see this low start to drop in, and along with that, a cold front is eventually going to make its way to us. It's going to stall out over the central part of Texas in the next day or so before finally moving into our area on Sunday, and that could bring a potential for some strong or even severe thunderstorms. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we head towards the weekend. A few weather alerts to tell you about. We do have a flood warning for the Mississippi River that has been ongoing now for about 2 months, and we expect it to continue, especially with this new system on the way. It's going to bring more rain into the Ohio Valley there, so we are going to see this flooding continue to drain from up north. It's going to come all the way down here into the Gulf, so it will take several weeks for this river to crest and eventually go down. We also have a lake wind advisory for several areas in the Arklatex region there, and we also have an air quality warning for places in Texas near Dallas. They do have a lot of smog in the area right now thanks to a wildfire and very humid conditions. Our forecast model not showing a whole lot on the map except for this very thin line of thunderstorms moving through on Thursday into Friday, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center has outlined this area in this light green color. Just thunderstorms, nothing severe for that area, but as you do head farther north, we could start to see a larger severe threat there, but in the southeast, that's not going to be a concern for us. Temperatures tonight in the lower 60s for most of the Gulf Coast region, and then we're going to see clear skies for areas that are inland and cloudy skies along the immediate coastline. Tomorrow warming back up with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies all across the southeast with temperatures in the lower to mid 80s. Now we're going to take things back over to the desk here with Sammy. We're going to talk about this black hole that is actually photographed for us.
Yeah, so this is not that black holes have been recently discovered, but this is our first discovery of what they actually look like.
Absolutely, yeah. So the big deal here is that we thought we were never going to be able to see black holes. The theory behind it was that we would not be able to capture what they look like. And a team of scientists with a grant from the National Science Foundation actually did this project. They linked together and synchronized telescopes all over the world to make basically the Earth one giant telescope, and that's how they were able to capture this image. And it looks a little blurry, but it's very far away.
I mean, yeah, it's so far away. And this galaxy, it's actually M87. Now, you can see the ring orbiting it is the galaxy, actually, and it's just like a disk of gas.
Yeah, so that image we're seeing there is very blurry, but again, keep in mind it is 55 million light years away, and every light year is about 6 trillion miles. So just do the math to see how far away that one is. It's very far away, and it's very small too. So we're not going to see a very clear picture of it. It's not like a picture you take with your phone. We're looking at something much farther away than many people can fathom. So it's very interesting to see there, and we're not actually even seeing light waves. We're seeing radio waves that are taken there.
Yeah, I mean, black holes are so hard to see. Gravity is so extreme that even light can't even escape it. So it's so rare to see this, but it's awesome that these teams of scientists have actually discovered it.
That's right. So now we're going to take these back out there to the wall with Chris. We're going to take a look at our local weather.
All right, thank you. Once again, nice view of the Doak Campbell Stadium. You got a good glimpse at the sun right now. Polar opposite of the black hole. Pretty bright. Currently 85 degrees, very warm once again, partly cloudy skies, winds coming east-northeast. This main thing right here, this big system right here, the low pressure system, looks sort of like a fidget spinner with the sides, the fronts going off in different directions. Up north, they have a blizzard warning going on over here right now. Once again, not too much going over Tallahassee. We have low pressure system that's bringing the winds from the northeast. Going on to temperatures right now. Once again, 80s throughout most of the mainland, and once you get to the coast, it's a little bit cooler as they're getting that cool sea breeze coming in. 73 Apalachicola, 74 Caravel, 85 degrees Tallahassee. Very warm for most of it. Dew points. We're still fairly comfortable because of our main temperatures are in the 80s. If it was cooler, then this would be very uncomfortable dew points right now. And it is very uncomfortable dew points if you live in Caravel and Apalachicola because of right now it's only in the 70s for there. We've got our wind speed and directions. Once again, the low pressure that was out here, this is what's bringing in these winds from the east-northeast going on, and you can see the sea breeze coming in by St. Mark's and Caravel. Well, our forecast model, not too much happening with rain and clouds, as it's going to stay very nice for most of the week up until Sunday. But the winds are going to be scattered about, moving, like changing directions quite a bit. Friday, we are going to start getting winds coming from the south, and that is going to raise our dew points and our storm chances that will be coming in this Sunday. Tonight in Tallahassee, 62 degrees, calm, mostly clear. It's going to feel really nice compared to the 85 degrees it is right now in the 80s. That's what it's been for most of the day. Thursday planner, 93 degrees in the morning, and it's going to warm up to around the 80s right around noon. And it's going to stay that way for quite a bit and cool off to 75 degrees by 8 p.m. The Big Bend marine forecast, once again, in the 80s. Got a light chop in the bay, winds from the south, 10 to 15 knots. Beach forecast, if you want to go to the beach, now's your chance before Sunday storms. The cool 69 degrees water will definitely feel nice. Going in, once again, sunny now, storm Sunday. As we're going to see, this storms aren't going to stick around for much, and it's going to be very nice for most of the week at moving on. And now I'm going to send things on off to Brantley. Yeah, as he's going to
All right, taking a look around our nation now, we see temperatures sitting in the 80s, even the 90s right now for Texas. Very hot across the south, and then we're going to see temperatures a lot cooler ahead or north of a cold front. Denver right now starting to see some snow, as well as Minneapolis, as a cold front draped across the center of the nation here. That's going to drop a lot of snow as that low pressure system tracks towards the northeast. Dew points, a big change as you go from the east to west. We see on the east coast here, dew points in the 50s, even in the 60s in some places. Very uncomfortable right now, especially if you add in that heat to it. But on the other side of that cold front, we're seeing dew points very, very low, down to just 15 degrees in Albuquerque, 27 in Denver. So very dry air moving through there, and high winds too, helping create some fire danger. Our wind speeds, you can see them right here. We have most of them coming out of the south ahead of that low pressure system, and out of the out of the west and northwest on the other side of that cold front. And very fast right now, we're seeing sustained winds about 20 miles per hour for Dallas-Fort Worth, 23 miles per hour in Albuquerque, and 20 in Denver. And that's a 1 minute sustained wind, so we're seeing gusts much higher than that. Now, our water vapor is showing us where all that moisture is. We see these winds feeding moisture off the Gulf into that system, and it is starting to blow up lots of moisture in this blue color here on the northern half of the country, spreading over to the northeast, and we do have a patch of dry air that's trying to flow in as well. But that moisture is creating some rain near the Great Lakes and even some snow. We could start to see a little bit of lake effect snow as we go into the evening as well, and see some really cold temperatures overnight into the 20s and 30s there. Down on the Gulf Coast, things looking nice and clear. We do have a low pressure off the east coast helping bring counterclockwise winds that's pushing nice dry air into our area from the north. So we're going to keep seeing this dry air stay in place for the next day or so before that cold front finally makes its way into our area. Our weather alerts, again, we had that river flood warning for the Mississippi River down through Mississippi and Louisiana, down to the mouth near New Orleans. Also a lake wind advisory for the Arklatex region, and again, air quality is a big concern as we head into the metropolitan area of Dallas-Fort Worth. And going into the Midwest, we see a lot of snowfall right now for the Dakotas and for Kansas, and we are going to see rain associated with that as well on the right-hand side of that system. We see some rain forming there on the eastern side of Colorado, mixing into a mixture of snow and rain near Denver, and on the other side there, the west side of Denver, that's when we see that transition into snow. So a lot of snowfall, a lot of high winds for these areas are triggering all these weather alerts here. That's a very colorful map today. We have a freeze warning for places in southwest Colorado. That's because this is the first freeze they've had since the growing season has started there. So that's just for the farmers, a heads up for them. We have a winter weather advisory down for the southern portions of Colorado, a blizzard warning for portions of the Midwest here, and as you go farther north, we do see a winter storm warning where things won't be quite as severe. Moving into the southwest, we see mostly dry conditions for California and Nevada. A few light showers for places like Arizona and Utah right now. We're going to keep seeing those light showers continue through this evening. We have a wind warning there for Nevada for most of the area, and a gale warning out along the coast for very high seas there. Our storm outlook for tomorrow, we do have this slight risk for severe weather as we go into Illinois, and that is going to continue to bring some very strong storms to our area as that low pressure system tracks over. That is a level 2 out of 5 on the scale there. So keep in mind, all threats of severe weather are possible, including tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds. So we're going to keep an eye on that as that system develops, and we're going to make sure to bring you any watches or warnings on our show here, as we'll be tracking that at this time tomorrow is when we expect that to be moving through the area. Now, Tallahassee events around the region right now, we do have coming up later this week. We have some really nice weather for them as we head into the weekend.
Yeah, definitely very nice weather. Definitely want to be wearing shorts. It's very warm for the week ahead.
Absolutely. Might want to pack some sunscreen too if you plan on spending time outside. We do have some free events for you right now at our North Florida Fairgrounds starting this Saturday. We're going to have Reptile Day. That's going to be, again, at the Florida Fairgrounds at 441 Paul Russell Road. It's a free event for children there. They're going to have a reptile petting zoo, and we also have a music festival that's happening at Cascades Park. Yeah, that music festival is going to be continuing from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and there is a big lineup of artists that are going to be there as well, including Matthew Ryan, the Iguanas, Sidney Gish, and Stephen Cooper. We're going to have a full list of people there performing every day. Now we're going to take things back out to the wall with Sammy for a look at our local weather.
All right, thank you guys. So looking around Florida, you could see that we do have this low pressure system driving some storms near Miami, but luckily this is not coming north up to Tallahassee. That will soon make its way out of our area. Now, we also have this other giant low pressure system on the map. It looks pretty scary, but we are not expecting anything to come near Tallahassee or even South Florida. We are getting some moisture driving from that storm, though, coming through land and making its way into Florida. Now, our current conditions are pretty sunny throughout northern Florida, looking at 85 for Tallahassee, 82 for Pensacola, nice and sunny near the coast. And into Tampa, 78 degrees, while the east side of Florida is still in the 80s, 82 for West Palm and Miami, and 81 for Key West. These dew points are in the pretty much around 60, Orlando 60, 62 for Tallahassee, 59 for West Palm Beach. That's probably the nicest spot here because they are nice and sunny right now. These dew points are driving a little bit of moisture into our area, but we're not expecting pretty much not much precip for the next day. We're expecting it to be fairly clear out, maybe some clouds coming through the area. Now, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, this is supposed to be Saturday, for Miami, looking at temperatures around 85 degrees, only about a 10 to 20% chance of rain. These overnight temperatures are going to be settling into the 70s. For our Tampa forecast, expect similar conditions, maybe even getting close to 89 degrees for Friday and Saturday. The same conditions with that 10 to 20% chance of rain, and that goes with the clouds that will be making its way through our area. For Orlando, expect temperatures reaching to about 91 degrees by Saturday, 94 Friday, and these overnight temperatures may even dip into the 60s overnight, feeling nice for the overnight hours. Looking at Jacksonville, now this is fairly nice outside with those 80s, looking at 20% chance of rain for Friday and Saturday, and dipping into the low 70s for the weekend. Pensacola Beach, this is where we're really seeing that chance of rain that will start to make its way through the area. Temperatures are expected to be only in the 70s for the weekend. Now, this is good for our drought monitor because we are expecting some rain to come out of that. And looking at the dry and moderate scale, we really need that rain for our coast. Here in Tallahassee, we are not as dry, but we are still in that dry, so we are keeping an eye on that. For tonight's forecast, expect temperatures to be in the 60s, maybe a little bit of cloud, so not the best night to go stargazing. But for tomorrow, we can expect temperatures to be nice and warm.
All right, pollen continues to be a problem across most of the Big Bend region. Trees are the main culprit, though, at the high level. Weeds are only at a moderate level. Grass and mold is going to remain low, so definitely keep the allergy medicine nearby if you are prone to allergies. Right now in Tallahassee, 85 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Behind us here is our view from Doak Campbell Stadium. We're seeing a little bit of a sun halo on our camera there. That's just a glare from our lens, though. Our satellite radar showing not much activity for the southeast, nice and clear across that area for right now, but a low pressure system on the way is going to bring big changes to the forecast as we head into the weekend. We could even see some severe thunderstorms on Sunday. Current temperatures, Tallahassee sitting at 85 degrees, St. Mark's at 79, and down farther south on the coast, we do have temperatures in the lower 70s thanks to some sea breeze that's helping keep things nice and cool. Around the immediate Tallahassee area, 85 in Midtown and at the airport, 87 at Lake Talcott. That's our hot spot for this afternoon. And dew points making it feel very muggy outside, especially along the coast. St. Mark's at 67 and Carabel. Apalachicola's at 65. Heading farther inland, though, into southern parts of Georgia, we're dipping down here into the 50s, so a little bit more comfortable as drier air is moving in from the northeast there. Northeast winds for the most part of inland areas along the coast. Again, that sea breeze is firing off, so we are seeing onshore winds from the Gulf. Our forecast model, we're just going to let this run through here for the next 48 hours. Not a whole lot of activity, just some clouds moving through and maybe a spotty shower or two, but most of that rain is going to stay to the east of our area. Tonight in Tallahassee, 62 degrees with mostly clear skies, nice and calm out there with winds light at 5 miles per hour out of the northeast. Tomorrow we're going to warm up quickly though, starting off at 8 a.m. around your morning commute at about 63 degrees. Nice and sunny skies. A few clouds will start to filter into the area around lunchtime, and we'll keep those through the evening and afternoon, getting into the 70s by noon and 80s by 4 o'clock. Tomorrow evening we're going to cool off quickly once again. The Big Bend marine forecast, 79 degrees out on the water tomorrow, so a little bit cooler if you're offshore there. Winds are going to be out of the south at 10 to 15 knots, so we will have a light chop on the bays and seas running at about 1 to 2 feet. Closer to shore, the air is a little bit warmer at 80 degrees. The water, though, still very chilly at 69, but this might be a great day to head out to the beach, especially with rain in the forecast for this weekend. UV index will be high, though, so make sure you are packing the sunscreen. Sunny skies continue through Friday, mostly cloudy on Saturday, and that's ahead of a thunderstorm line that's going to move through on Sunday that could potentially be severe. That's coming ahead of a cold front that's going to dip temperatures down into the mid-70s on Monday, but will rebound quickly with warm temps back in the lower 80s on Tuesday and Wednesday. And we're going to take things back over the desk with Sammy and
me and Chris are here, and we are talking about these conditions are going to be persisting throughout the next few days. But by Sunday, we're expecting lots of rain.
Yeah, lots of rain Sunday. You definitely don't want to be going out Sunday. Definitely save some homework. Maybe got some dynamics or physics you've been saving. Definitely, that's the day you want to get it done.
I mean, and even for people around Tallahassee, if you're planning on getting some gardening done, by Saturday, I would say, you know, that's the best time to be outdoors, but by Sunday, we are expecting to get some rain, some storms. So you want to plant those before the rain actually comes. But hey, follow us on Twitter with more updates /FSU weather.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
And watch us live on YouTube Monday through Friday. We always have our forecasts.
Follow us on Instagram as well at FSU Weather.
Yeah.
Send us some pictures, anything weather related.
Exactly. We love to see it here on FSU Weather. But for now, I'm student meteorologist Sammy Squires.
I'm student meteorologist Chris Knoll.
Have a great night.